Here is the truth that took me 20 years of coaching to fully understand. After 60, your muscles stop listening to the same signals they did at 35. Not because you're broken, not because you've waited too long, but because of a biological shift called anabolic resistance, and most men have never heard of it. Think of it this way. When you were younger, your muscle cells were like a smoke detector with a hair trigger. One whiff of protein, or one hard set, and they'd fire immediately, building new tissue. After 60, that same smoke detector needs twice the smoke to go off. The signal is weaker, the response is slower. And if you keep doing what you've always done, same routine, same protein shake, same walk around the block, you will keep losing muscle at a rate of roughly 3 to 8% every decade. But here is what no one is telling you. That resistance isn't a wall, it's a puzzle. And once you understand the 4 biological levers that control it, you can override it. Every single morning, before 8 a.m. I'm Marcus Reed. I'm 58 years old. I played professional soccer for 12 years, and for the last decade, I've been building training systems specifically for men over 50. What I'm going to walk you through today is the exact morning protocol I use with my clients, built around 4 key mechanisms: mTOR activation, myostatin suppression, cortisol management, and a metabolic timing window that most people close before they even realize it's open. Stick to the end, because the 5th element, what I call the force multiplier, is the one thing that ties all 4 together and doubles your results without adding a single extra minute to your morning. 1. Activate the build signal minus TOR. My client David is 67. When he first came to me, he was doing 45 minutes on the elliptical every morning and eating oatmeal with skim milk afterward. He was proud of the routine, disciplined, and completely confused about why his arms kept getting thinner every year despite all that effort. In 3 months, we changed 2 things about his morning. Just 2. He put on 11 pounds of lean muscle in 6 months. His doctor called me personally. So what changed? It starts with understanding mTOR mechanistic target of rapamycin, the master switch for muscle protein synthesis. It's the cellular foreman that looks at available amino acids and mechanical stress on your fibers, then decides whether to build or not. In younger men, mTOR fires relatively easily. After 60, studies show that the leucine threshold, the minimum amount of the amino acid leucine needed to trigger mTOR, rises significantly. Leucine is the ignition key. You need roughly 2 to 3 grams of it to reliably activate mTOR in an older muscle. A single egg has about 0.5 grams. A standard 20-gram protein shake has roughly 2. But here's the critical variable: timing. The anabolic window after mechanical loading lasts roughly 2 to 4 hours. Most men over 60 eat breakfast an hour after waking and don't train until mid-morning. They miss the window entirely. Here's what the research supports, and what I do myself. Within 30 minutes of waking, consume 30 to 40 grams of a leucine-rich complete protein source. 3 to 4 whole eggs plus a cup of Greek yogurt or a protein shake that delivers at least 2.5 grams of leucine. Don't wait for hunger. Hunger is a lagging indicator in older men. By the time you feel it, the anabolic window is already narrowing. Then, within 60 minutes of that meal, perform your resistance stimulus. Not cardio. Resistance. Body weight counts, bands count. The key is mechanical tension. 4 sets of a compound movement push-ups, squats, rows at a controlled tempo. 3 seconds down, 1 second pause, 1 second up. That time under tension approach activates mTOR more effectively than fast, momentum-driven reps in older adults. If your joints are stiff first thing in the morning, spend 5 minutes on joint circles, wrists, hips, ankles before loading. Not a cardio warm-up, a lubrication routine. You've just opened the anabolic window. But there's a second signal running in parallel that actively works against everything you just did. And most men feed it without knowing it. 2. Release the biological brake. Myostatin. Arthur is 70. He came to me 15 months ago, convinced his legs were done. 3 orthopedic consultations, 2 cortisone injections, and a firm recommendation to avoid squatting. His quads had atrophied so severely that getting up from a chair required using his arms. We didn't squat for the first 8 weeks. We did something that seemed almost too gentle to matter. By month 4, he was doing 12 bodyweight squats without hand support. By month 9, he was adding light resistance. What we were targeting was myostatin, a protein your body produces specifically to limit muscle growth. In evolutionary terms, it exists to prevent you from becoming so muscle-bound that you burn through calories during a famine. Useful in a hunter-gatherer context. Devastating in the context of healthy aging. After 60, myostatin levels rise, and IGF-1, the insulin-like growth factor that counterbalances, it declines. The net result is a system biased toward muscle breakdown rather than muscle building. But here's what the research found in the last decade. Eccentric loading, the controlled lowering phase of a movement, is one of the most powerful natural suppressors of myostatin available to us. When you lower yourself slowly under load, you create a specific type of mechanical signal that tells myostatin-producing cells to stand down. The muscle says, "We need to grow, stop inhibiting us." The protocol is simple. Incorporate one eccentric emphasis exercise into your morning resistance block. Lower yourself for a 5 count. 5 full seconds. Controlled and deliberate. Hold at the bottom for 1 second. Use assistance on the way up if you need it, that's fine, because the growth signal comes from the downward phase. 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps at that tempo is sufficient to generate the suppression effect. Start with 2 sets in your first 2 weeks. Eccentric work creates more soreness than concentric. 48 hours of recovery between sessions, targeting the same muscle group, is not optional, it's part of the protocol. Your build signal is activated. Your brake is released. But there's a third biological force working against you every single morning, and it starts the moment your alarm goes off. 3. Control the stress hormone, cortisol. I want to tell you about a phase of my own life. At 54, I was running a business, coaching 12 hours a day, sleeping 6 hours, and doing intense training first thing in the morning because that's what athletes do. I was eating clean, I was working hard, and I was slowly losing muscle mass despite doing everything I thought was right. My morning cortisol was so chronically elevated that my body was in a state of constant catabolic override. I was training against myself. Cortisol operates on a natural diurnal curve, peaking in the early morning, typically between 6 and 8 a.m., to mobilize energy for the day. This is the cortisol awakening response, and it's a normal. The problem for men over 60 is twofold. First, baseline cortisol tends to remain chronically elevated in older men, particularly those under psychological or physical stress. Second, high cortisol directly antagonizes testosterone and IGF-1, the very hormones supporting muscle building, creating a hormonal environment biased toward breakdown in the exact window you're trying to use for growth. Practical translation: if you wake up stressed, skip breakfast, drink 3 cups of coffee before eating, and dive into high-intensity training, you are maximizing cortisol at the exact moment you need it minimized. You are pouring water on the fire you just spent time and protein trying to light. 3 things, in sequence, before any training. First, eat within 30 minutes of waking. Even a small meal signals your body that a famine is not occurring. Cortisol drops measurably. Second, limit caffeine for the first 90 minutes after waking. I know, but your cortisol is already naturally elevated in that window. Caffeine amplifies the spike and delays the return to baseline. Have your coffee after training. Third, 2 minutes of controlled breathing before your first set. 4 counts in, 6 counts out. This isn't mindfulness theater. This is parasympathetic nervous system activation with a measurable dampening effect on cortisol. You've got the cortisol under control. Now we get to the piece that ties everything together. The one window in your morning that most men close before they realize it's open. 4. The metabolic timing window, AMPK mTOR. Robert is 62 and works from home. For 2 years, he told me the same thing. I don't have time to train in the morning. By the time we mapped his actual morning phone checks, coffee, news, email, he had 97 minutes of available time. He was spending on everything except the one thing that would change his body. We didn't add time to his morning. We reorganized it. In 14 weeks, he dropped 9 pounds of fat and gained 7 of lean muscle. In the first 2 hours after waking, your body is in an AMPK dominant state, a catabolic mode where it's burning stored energy to fuel waking functions. Think of AMPK as the demolition crew and mTOR as the construction crew. They can't effectively work at the same time. Your goal in the morning is to execute the handoff shift from AMPK dominance to mTOR dominance as efficiently as possible. The three signals that trigger that handoff: sufficient protein, mechanical loading, and a cortisol environment that doesn't override the anabolic cascade. When these three signals converge in the right sequence, research shows that muscle protein synthesis rates in older men can rival those seen in much younger adults. The anabolic resistance isn't eliminated, but it is substantially overcome. The full sequence. Wake. Within 5 minutes, drink 12 to 16 ounces of water. Within 30 minutes, consume your leucine-rich protein meal. Within 60 minutes, complete your resistance session, eccentric emphasized, with controlled breathing before you begin. That sequence, repeated 5 to 6 mornings per week, creates a cumulative anabolic environment that compounds over weeks and months. The power is in the sequence, not the individual steps. That's the 4-mechanism protocol. But before I tell you about the force multiplier, I want to hear from you. Pause here for a second. I've just walked you through 4 of the most important biological levers in men's fitness after 60. And here's what I genuinely want to know. Which one surprised you most? Is it the leucine threshold? The fact that you probably haven't been eating enough of the right protein at the right time? Or is it the cortisol problem? The possibility that your morning routine has been working against your muscles without you knowing? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. Your answer will help me know exactly which follow-up I should build next. Here's the one habit that ties all 4 mechanisms together and amplifies every single protocol I've described. It costs nothing. It takes 10 minutes. And almost no one over 60 does it consistently. Sunlight exposure within 30 minutes of waking, not sitting near a window. Stepping outside, even just onto a porch or a sidewalk, and exposing your face and arms to natural morning light for 10 minutes. Here's why this matters so specifically in this context. Morning light is the primary Zeitgeber, the environmental time setter for your circadian rhythm. When you expose your eyes and skin to natural blue spectrum light in the morning, your suprachiasmatic nucleus receives a signal that resets your internal clock. That reset cascades into lower cortisol baseline throughout the day, a stronger natural testosterone peak in the early morning hours, improved sleep quality that night, which is when the actual muscle rebuilding occurs, and a more responsive mTOR pathway because the hormonal environment is better calibrated. Think of your circadian rhythm as the master conductor of a hormonal orchestra. When the conductor is offbeat because you wake to artificial light, stay indoors all morning, and go to sleep with screen light in your face, every instrument plays slightly out of sync. 10 minutes of morning sunlight retunes the entire orchestra before your day begins. It makes the protein more effective, it makes the training signal cleaner, it makes the cortisol management easier. One habit. 4 amplified outcomes. Let me leave you with something that matters more than any protocol. The fact that you're still here, that you watch this far, that you're asking these questions about your biology, your hormones, your muscle, your mornings, that separates you from the vast majority of men your age who've decided the story is already written. It isn't. Not even close. Research on exercise and aging consistently shows that men who begin structured resistance training in their 60s can recover significant percentages of lost muscle mass and functional strength, even after decades of inactivity. The biology is not closed. The window is not shut. What you do in the first 90 minutes of your morning is not a small thing. It is a daily vote for the person you're becoming. The men who take this seriously, who understand the mechanisms, who respect the sequence, who stop fighting their biology and start working with it, they are not the exception. They become the standard. You now have the blueprint. The question is, what you do with tomorrow morning. I'm Marcus Reed. Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. Keep building.